Hello, and welcome back to the Bay of Sins. So, there are a couple of things that I want to address before getting into this. So, the first one is, if you haven't read the title of the video, for whatever reason, or stream if you're watching live, this part and the parts after it will contain spoilers for the story. So if you want to play the mod and you don't want to be spoiled for what's going to be happening, I recommend not watching this part or the parts after it. Although, you know, the caveat with that is, if you want to have an input on the mod, if you want to make suggestions and stuff, these are the streams where you will be able to have the most say in things. Or at least the most impactful say. Because, you know, sure, you could tell me how wide somebody's ears should be or how crooked their nose, but it's not going to make a big difference to things. The other thing is that my streaming schedule has changed. So basically, Wednesday to Saturday, I will be streaming games. Currently I'm streaming Torment, Tides of Numenera, if anyone's interested in that. And on Sunday, I'll be streaming this. The reason for that is that the majority of my modding streams have mostly been shit that nobody can really influence in any meaningful way. You know, making people's ears bigger and stuff. But on Sunday, it will always be, or I will try to make it so that it is always something that you, as a future mod user, can have some input in and a say about how things end up. Hopefully. Anyway, that is the plan. So, now that that's out of the way, let's talk about the lie that I've told in my title. So, if you're watching live, you'll notice that it says something about making quests. I don't know for sure if we're going to be making quests this stream, but currently we are going to be making a fairly important NPC, who I have deliberately left out, who's named Samson. So let's go and make him, because, you know, there haven't been enough streams where I've just made an NPC. The reason that I've left him out is because he is somebody who has organized our fishermen and our exploited peoples, and he has taken them on strike. So nobody is actually doing any fishing. All those boats are just for show. He's managed to organize our people to stop doing their jobs, and his goal is to get rid of Tychon Randall, who, as a sheriff, is a bit of a dick. Maybe a bit further than that. I wanted to give Samson a surname, but I think him not having a surname makes him more dramatic, so he's just Samson. Right. So those are all the spoilers I wanted to go into at the moment, which should be fine. He also has ties to the brothel, in that he is, or was, a friend of Katerina's adoptive father, and he is not very pleased with what she's done with the place. So my plan is that when the player comes into the bay, initially he and she will be arguing about that, and that will be the scene that the player comes in on. I'm sure that'll be a good time for everyone. He's a bit of a stocky lad, this one. There we go. Muscular. Yes. Okay. Really didn't think I would be doing this again. That's not true. I knew exactly that I would be doing this again. But whatever. Strength, let's give him a whopping 10. Perception, 5. Luck, also 5. I should have given everyone 3 luck. Intelligence, let's give him 6, shall we? Health. Let's go for 100. Why not? Endurance. Give him 7. Charisma. He's probably got to be fairly charismatic to manage to organize such a large group of people into doing nothing. Of course, like every other character, though, he is also just awful. Just an awful, awful person. I mean, he's against the brothel being a brothel, but that's really his only redeeming feature. Why did I go on templates? Why did I go on templates? So, what I've been doing off stream is all the package stuff that I was initially excited for, and then very quickly got bored off. I wish I could say that that doesn't happen often when I mod, but it's like half the modding. Anyway. So, I'm not doing any packages just now. So one thing that I do want to say about, you know, Samson and his strike is that there won't be any picket fences or anything. It's not going to be an overly dramatic strike because, honestly, fish make up probably, I don't know, at least 50... It's probably 50 to like 75% of the diet of the people living on the Bay of Sins, and the fishermen going on strike is definitely something that they are not only going to be aware of, but very, you know, I want to say primally. They're gonna feel that strike. And as a result, you know, they don't really need to pick it. Alright, what am I looking for? Outfits. There we go. Actually, I probably don't need to. Let me just waste my time by looking at something that doesn't really matter and then, you know, going for the other thing. I know exactly what outfit I want to give him. I think I want to give him Abbott's outfit, actually. Like, just straight up the hat and everything. Maybe not the hat. Sturges, that's the guy's name. Let's go for Sturges' outfit then. Now, part of me wants to give this guy long hair, and then part of me doesn't, because I don't really want it to be a direct and obvious reference, because it's not what I'm going for. But, you know. I think we'll give this guy a crowbar. He'll be one of the few people who is not technically aligned with the Produce Guild, and not aligned with the police force, who has a weapon. There aren't crowbars, are there? Oh my no. Are there pipes? Oh, there are. There are lead pipes. There we go. It's got a lead pipe. Okay, that should be fine. Spell list, animation. And back to this. Good. I mean, on the bright side, this hasn't taken that long, so maybe we will get into some quest things. A few quest things. Now, I have to confess, after this guy's made, there's a fair chance that there will be some flailing around while I try to figure out how I'm gonna get my NPCs to do exactly what I want to get them to do. But you know, that'll be fine. Who did I just make? Samson? There he is. Samson. Good. Alright. I wish there was more of this. Shall we give him 3 different types of dirt? All with differing levels of dirtiness. This is probably going to be the only stream where I lapse from, you know, talking about things that matter and then just talking about bullshit. Because, you know, usually it's a clear stage of talking about things that matter, talking about bullshit, and then ending the stream. Oh well. Face paint? Brows. Thick light, yes. Damage. Samson seems like the kind of guy who might have gotten a bit of damage, although I think it's probably from, you know, being out doing fisherman type stuff rather than fighting. Not to say that he's not a violent individual, just that, you know, he doesn't get into many fights. Do those two statements contradict each other? Find out, Tim. They don't necessarily. Let's give him one more scar. Let's give him... maybe not lip scratches, we've got too many of those going around. Left long. Be about there. Face. Let's give him a weathered face. Let's give him an old face, actually. He's kind of an old guy. Oh, of course. Weathered is... I forgot weathered's a female face thing, which is... I think it's kind of odd that you don't get weathered men, but whatever, sure. Hazel eyes are fine. This is the time where I wish these had descriptions, but whatever. 33? No. Actually, that's kind of growing on me now. Now that I've looked at it for a couple of minutes, I go for 33. What does 34 look like? That's too much. About 12. I'm also okay with this, except that somebody else has that haircut. That's the mayor's haircut. No, I think I'm gonna stick with 33. Alright. I think we'll go with graying. Graying facial hair. I want to give him a proper beard, and I know that 90% of these are not proper beards. No. I want to give him one of those sort of full top lip, bottom lip affairs. Wish I knew how these were organized, because it's a bit of a mess. What is this, 14? 13? 12? It is a weak beard. Actually, maybe it's not. I want this, but thicker. See, now if this joined up, that would be perfect. But, oh well. There we go. Perfect. Alright. So, welcome back to part where arbitrarily sliders are moved around, because I haven't really thought about what this character looks like beyond the beard. I think I want to screw around with his ears. I think I kind of want to make this guy look like a dwarf. Like a stereotypical fantasy dwarf. Although, not short. Just, you know, just in the face area. Just imagine one of those, and I think we'll be on the same page. A bigger nose there, good, good. I'm glad that the Z slider doesn't really do anything for nostrils. It's doing a little bit. Now, I'm fairly sure this is the last surprise NPC that I'll be making. I'm sure there will be raiders and super mutants popping up, but I'm pretty sure that the vanilla ones will suffice for that. After all, they've already got their own spawners and stuff set up. So that'll save some time, at least. I think last stream I realized I had forgotten to make sort of like 1,000 NPCs or something. Quite a number of NPCs. It's okay though, because they have now been made, kind of. For the most part, I copied them from Fishermen and Baytown residents. I thought it would be nice to have a bit of a mix, because I think the merchants would be people who would want to dress up, and then I think there would be ones who want to dress up but can't afford to because they're not doing so well. And on top of that, apparently Baytown only has sort of 5 residents, so stealing the ones that I made and didn't use was fun. How do you feel about that? Yeah, it's good. Eyes. I'm gonna scale the eyes down a bit. Also move them down a bit. And if we can rotate them so they look slightly angry. Admittedly, I should probably be looking at the eyebrows for anger, but yeah. Just a little bit. This bridge. That looks a bit too Roman for me now. I think there. I think basically on default will be fine. Good. I think we want a large nose tip. I think that'll help things. Don't know exactly how that'll help things, but no, I'm pretty sure. Alright. Do I want to do anything with the rest of this? Not especially. I think that's fine now. Okay. Now Samson is gonna have a little chair and a little sign just here. Which is why we're zoomed in here. It wasn't just sort of a random choice. The reason for picking this spot, it might be closer to the fire, is because it's within view of the gate. And, you know, that means not only can, you know, theoretically the people in Baytown see it, but so can all the people going into Baytown. Which is, you know, pretty embarrassing for the sheriff. Alright. Now, I think I will probably do Samson's packages off stream. Oh good, I like this glitch. This has got to be one of the strangest glitches I've encountered. This one isn't too bad because apparently we were in a dark area when it happened. Wish I knew what caused it. I imagine it's to do with spending extended time in some sort of form window when you have the render window open. But you can't actually close the render window once you have it open, as far as I'm aware. So that's good. Alright. I want to give him a little chair. That's what I'm looking for. I want to give him a lounge chair. Not a lounge chair. Patio chair. Patio, lounge, it's all the same, really. Now, my hope is that I can edit one of the blackboards to be a custom sign, because I don't think there are any other signs in the game. Oh, excuse me. Or at least, you know, not any typical sort of like for sale type signs. Let's have a look. Probably should have just checked sign, you know. That's not gonna work. That's really not gonna work. Airport sign. If that were smaller and it didn't have lights on it, it would be okay. Well, I suppose the size doesn't matter, but if it didn't have lights, it would be alright. Billboards. Is gonna be too big. Oh. Actually, if we can get a billboard, that might work. Okay. Although then again, they may also have... What's this? Okay. They may also have... oh, they're in the combat. My mind read combat zone and didn't associate it with the combat zone in Fallout 4. Anyway, diamond entrance sign. Okay. Nothing that would have worked anyway. What is this? Also, something I can't see. Good. Post sign, that sounds hopeful. Nope, never mind. Alright, I don't think those are gonna help. I'm glad that all the signs are incredibly elaborate. I suppose I'm slightly disappointed that there aren't any signs that would just sort of go in the ground, but, you know, whatever. It's fine. The billboard is looking more and more attractive with each passing moment. Yeah, look. We can put this outside the Thompson house. Or we could if I knew what it was. Apparently I don't. Junk wall sign? No. That's correct. Oh, this might work. Then again, maybe not. I'm fairly sure that these are actually just textures that go on things. So never mind. Ah, good. Oh, Pridwin signs. Magnificent. I even checked that. I knew it wasn't gonna help. What do we think of this? I don't know what that stands for. That is not helpful. Okay. Oh, railroad, I guess. Yeah, okay, sure. This one? Oh, so close. Alright, I think I'm just gonna go for a billboard. Or I'll check a billboard, and if that's no good, we'll go with the chalkboard. And then I'll have the horrible realization that actually the chalkboards were just a thing that I imagined, and they don't really exist. That's too elaborate. This is better, but still too much. That could work. Possibly. We could get that on some kind of post. This might be okay. As long as nobody looks too closely at it. We'll use this. And now for the magic. It's good. We'll make it that big. Oh, maybe slightly bigger than that. yeah, that might be tapped. About there will work. Oh, that is not good. Oh. I was hoping the metal wouldn't be quite as obvious. Oh well. Alright, this is not what I was thinking of. I was sure there was one of those foldable chalkboards. But apparently no such luck. Oh well. I'm sure that'll be fine. I'm sure we can prop this up with something. Oh. Oh dear. Oh, whoops. There we go, this one will be okay. That should be fun. Okay, I guess I'll go look for a post or something. What do you think about a deer fence? No, no. Never mind. This looks fine. Oh yeah, this looks perfect actually. Good. Someone is gonna see this, and they're gonna shake their head, and then keep playing. That's fine. And if you're that someone, I apologize. But this is serving my purpose rather well. Okay, great. So we'll have a nice little slogan there, like, fish in, Tyken out, or something. It'll be good. It'll be nice. And it'll be very clear that this man is not very happy. I think he'll probably have a few fishermen with him. I don't think he'll just be there on his own. I think he'll have a couple sitting around to show solidarity. But for the most part, the fishermen will just be sort of milling around doing nothing. Actually, I think just seeing the sheer volume of people doing nothing in the bay will help to hammer home the point that nobody is working. That they are quite upset. Quite upset indeed. Part of me wants to give them a little campfire, but I think that might be a bit too much. Now, Samson's also going to have, I know he's going to have at least one side quest that he is involved with. For the most part, though, he's not going to be a quest giver. He's not going to give you any quests. You can go talk to him about stuff, but he's not going to suddenly be like, man, my favorite chair went missing, get it. He's going to be a little bit involved with one of Katarina's side quests. That's about it. And I'll go into more detail on that when I'm making it. That seems like an appropriate time to do it. Alright, so next let's go over to the brothel. So, the point of this is that this is where we're going to put Samson when the player first arrives in the bay, so that he can have an argument with Katarina about things. She's not too thrilled about the strike. Probably because, as a result of it, Tychon has sort of come in and taken more liberties than usual, I expect, since he's stressed. And I think, you know, there are some of the workers who haven't been coming in as a result of the strike. I think they don't have the money, they can't afford to. I don't know why I'm not saying anything while it's saving. Should probably keep on with that thread. So anyway, the player will arrive and walk in on an argument between the two of them, and things will be set in motion from there. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Wanna sneeze. Actually, I should probably put this over here. Good, I'm glad I saved now. I should probably put this over here since I have to also move Katarina, which I don't really want to do. But it won't matter too much anyway. Anyway, after the players come in and walked in on their argument, I think Katarina will suggest that they go and see Malcolm and also offer them some work, depending on various dialogue choices taken. The player can also ask them about the argument, but Katarina's not really the kind of person who will just sort of talk to some random person she's met for the first time. So instead, if the player wants to know more about that, they can go and talk to Samson, because Samson will be quite upset, and he'll be happy to sort of mouth off about Katarina to pretty much anyone, because he is also a terrible person. Although, not really for that reason specifically. Okay, now that we've got this, I think what we should go and do is make an activator. All the way over here. Actually, should we do that? My original plan was to make an activator over here, with the intention being that the player would pass through it, and we would be able to check whether it was the first time the player had gone through it or not, and then, from there, move Samson over to the brothel and have him do his whole argument thing. But it's occurring to me that some players will be able to jump over the fences, like for a fact. There's definitely going to be a thing. So I'm wondering if there might be a better way of doing it. I don't really want to put it outside the brothel, since it'd be a bit jarring to walk in and have somebody just like fade in there, especially if you've walked past that person. The simplest answer is probably to change where Samson spawns, and instead of having him over here, we'll put him in the brothel initially, which means I'm going to need to change where my heading marker is. Oh no. Heading marker is going to appear in like 10 minutes. I love working with the GEC. It's really good. It's not slow. Doesn't lag. If there's not a heading marker there when I get back, I'm going to be pretty disappointed. There it is. Good. I think really I should just get better at multitasking, and that'll make me a more proficient creation kit user. I have a sinking feeling that when we come in, Samson's going to be doing jet. This is a do jet. You know what? I'm taking this out. It was a do jet idle marker. That's what that was about. Okay. Okay. What I will be doing now is putting an activator in here, so that when the player steps through these doors, they can get a quest that'll say, maybe you should find out what that's about. And then that quest will never be fulfilled. No, it's fine. This is where I can't remember. This is what I'm looking for. I hope. It's been a while. I remember these things being really awkward. Name. I don't think I have to name this. I can't remember needing to name it for any particular reason. All of this looks fine. I don't think I need to take any of these. Nor any of these. Okay, that should be fine. Have I changed how these work? I think I have. Huh. It used to be that you'd have to draw out these little... Oh good, I think I made it bigger by accident. You'd have to draw these out, and for whatever reason, whenever I did it, I would always accidentally make it insanely tall. Like every time, without fail. I'm glad that I don't have to do that anymore. That's quite pleasing to me. Alright, so I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, what if I don't go into the brothel? I mean, you're fucked at that point. I think possibly what we will do is either do the railroading thing and have the town guards who are at the gate to Baytown turn you away if you go over there and suggest that you go here. Or we'll do something different. Probably we're gonna do something different. I'm gonna go change this trigger name actually. I think what I want to do is when you enter Bay of Sins, have a little quest pop up that says, hey, maybe you should go check these places out specifically. One of them will be here, the other one will be Malcolm's shop. Kind of out of the way locations, but you know, whatever. It's your magical intuition. It's the intuition that tells you there's a quest over there. Alright, what am I looking for? Activators. Ah, in-tour quest. Good. Brothel. Yay. Right, now. I think I'll also need to make one of these over at Malcolm's shop then. We're going this slightly less railroady route. Railroading's no fun. Nobody likes that. This is, you know... I want to come up with some sort of metaphor that will include a railroad splitting into two, but that's not really a thing. I mean, you could point out when tracks change, but it's not even as good as that. Oh, I forgot that I have things that are floating. Oops. All my lights are floating, actually, which is not great. You know what? I'm gonna fix these just now, instead of doing the important stuff I said I would do. The important, interesting things. I'm doing it now because I know that I will forget if I don't. I'm not even really sure how I managed to fuck this up last time. Oh, you know what? I bet it was because last time the lag was even worse than it is now. I just remembered that I thought I was going to sneeze and then I didn't. I'm feeling mild regret. scale then? How did that scale then? That's not what that button does. If anyone's wondering, I'm holding the Z key, which should move it along the Z axis. There we go. Still holding the same key and doing the same thing. I'm aware that not all of these lights are of uniform height, and at the moment I don't really care. If you decide to play the mod and then you go and check all the lights to see if they're all of uniform height, I think you might be doing it wrong. But on the bright side, you know, I can save you time and tell you that they're not. They're not all of uniform. Except for all the ones in the interiors. Those ones I'm pretty sure are. Which is a little bit odd. Actually, that's not true, because some of my buildings are on hills. I wonder if saving would take less time if I looked somewhere else. Oh well. Okay, great. Now, if I remember correctly, this is Malcolm's shop. Why, yes it is. Now, one thing that I'm aware of is that, technically speaking, coming in from Baytown, you can enter in here. So what I might want to do is actually make 2 of these triggers. I don't think anyone's going to go in there. But then again, I mean, you know, I might just make another trigger. It's really not that hard. New. So I think if you go and talk to Malcolm, basically he'll give you more or less the same information that Katerina would give you. Katerina will tell you about Tychon and that people are on strike, and you know, Malcolm will more or less say the same thing, although he'll also try to sell you things, because, you know, that's how he makes a living. Okay. Actually, I wonder if using snapping to things would be better. Yep, that's clearly what I wanted to do. Thanks, Creation Kit. How did it start moving and then go, nah, fuck this? Come on. I do wish these controls were slightly less sensitive, but oh well. What is that? Okay. That looks fine. Should probably put it all in the interior, actually. I don't think it'll matter too much, but okay. Hopefully I can just duplicate these. Good. But come on. I don't like working these. Also don't remember how to turn this widget off. So, because I'm just stuck with this for all time. Come on. My main problem with this is I don't understand how it realizes that I want to move it and then does that. Like halfway through. I just... come on. You know, it'll probably take less time if we do this. Now, I believe these are all rotated the same way anyway, and even if there's a little bit of a discrepancy, it doesn't matter that much. How? How do you think that that's what I want you to do? if you're thinking about putting triggers in your mod, my suggestion would be don't. Just don't. Just have it happen some other way. Wait for Fallout 4 script extender to be finished. I don't know when that's going to be. Apparently after Skyrim script extender HD, whatever, special edition. What is that? SK SESE or something? Anyway. And then just scan every individual NPC. Check within their radius, or when the player is close enough to them that whatever you want to trigger would trigger. And just do it that way. It'll be so much less painful than trying to work with this. Well, you know, for you as a creator, as soon as you go to test it, I imagine all hell will break loose, but until then... Oh good, accidentally selecting trees. I have to admit, whenever I'm doing this offline, like 50% of what I do is accidentally selecting a tree. 50%. Right, now, I think if we don't copy the Z coordinates, that should be fine. After all, they're all on the same Z anyway. But I don't want to be just spiffy. Okay. I probably should put these inside the shop, actually. Because the player could just walk into them while they're closed. I hate this a lot. Just an incredible amount. Should be fine. Alright. So I'm aware that the spoilers for this part weren't too bad. It was mostly stuff that you would probably get if this were a book and you read the blurb. But, you know. I promise the next one will be worse. Okay. I'm also gonna need to put X markers in. Good. Maybe I should do a radio station. Maybe we should do it Fallout 3 DLC style. It's just some random radio station that lets you know the Bay of Sins is a thing. Realistically though, I think what I'm probably going to do is either start a quest that points you to these places immediately, or do something similar to what I'm doing now and have activators that you will trigger when you look at the bay. Or at least, you know, when you're on the shore or something. When you're in the general vicinity. Or maybe do neither of those things. You know. It could be one of those things where you look at it and you go, hey, that looks neat, and you go over there. I feel like I sort of have to intrude more than that, though, since people have taken the time to download the mod. I don't think I should also force them, or I suppose you, to go and figure out where the hell this is, and do all of that. This is another one that I should change. And I know that while I'm saying that, some people would prefer a less intrusive mod that doesn't go, hey, come and look at all this stuff. Because maybe, I don't know, maybe you're just installing a lot of quest content and you want to find it just naturally, which, you know, I can respect. But I would also point out there isn't a lot of quest content, so, you know, there's that. I feel like I should have a big flashing neon sign that says Bay of Sins and have an arrow at it. Maybe not quite that far. Part of me wants to make two versions, one where, you know, there isn't a quest that pops up and one where there is. But I think that's a waste of time, honestly. Because after all, you can just not have the Bay of Sins be your active quest. Alright, I think that's fine then. Let's make our striking fishermen, shall we? Shall we call them striking fishermen? Oh, you're a fisherman? Well, I'm a striking fisherman. Bay of Sims. There's a lot of phones. Yeah, you didn't think that was the button I was going to go for. Alright, let's do this one. Striking. Fisher striking mail. Yeah. Email. How many am I making? 3? Yeah. Which one did I do? 1? Let's do 4. I should have checked which the least frequent ones were, but oh well. Striking, good. Okay. I don't think I'm going to bother renaming them Striking 1, 2, 3, because it doesn't matter that much. I am glad that I've totally lost them now, though. But anyway. So the reason that these ones are unique instead of being just one of the generic ones we made is because they're going to have packages unique to them, which tell them to sit here and do nothing. Yeah, make him grow. That's really... this is what I wanted. I hate this widget. Yeah. Or is it called a gizmo? Is a gizmo the technical term? I don't remember. Thankfully, I'm fairly sure that it doesn't matter if you have floating NPCs, since they should just fall. Okay. Oh, and of course I need to move my heading marker. Sure it took. So, God. This gimbal is ruining my life. That was an exaggeration, but... Okay. I think we'll put him there, and that should be okay. Fantastic. Alright, so, I think next time around, next Sunday, I will definitely be doing quests. It'll say quest in the title again, but this time there will actually be quests going on. I will probably also do some quests off stream. The reasoning behind that being that quests usually require a fair amount of scripting, which is, again, not something that, you know, you can have a lot of viable input on. But what you can have input on is, you know, when I'm going over what will be happening. If you disagree with anything I'm saying, or you have any suggestions, if you think that's sort of a clunky exposition, or, you know, anything like that, feel free to say, and I will take that on board. And either, you know, I'll agree with you, disagree with you, whatever, and move forward from there. Either, you know, in my quests that I'm doing offline, and also on the quests that I'm doing on stream. I think the quests that we'll be doing on stream, I don't want to make any promises. I think they're probably going to be Malcolm's quests, though. I imagine, although I don't know for sure, but I imagine that I'll be able to do all of the brothel ones off stream. Although I'm not 100% sure of that. Basically, my plan is to have 3 gateway quests for Katarina and for Malcolm. So probably I will do Katarina's 3 quests off stream over the next week, and 3 quests for Malcolm. We'll probably do the first one on stream, and I'll go over each quest on stream. And if you have anything you want to suggest about those quests, ask about those quests after they've been made, before they've been made, whatever, feel free to. That is why I'm streaming this. And I think that's everything. I don't want to go into too much detail on anything else at the moment. So yeah. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope that if you did enjoy, you will come back and watch some more. I stream from Wednesdays to Sundays. However, Wednesday to Saturday, as I said at the start of the stream, are game streams. I'm playing Torment, Tides of Numenera, if you're interested in watching that, you know. As far as I'm aware, I'm one of the few people streaming it, so feel free. What else? Oh yeah, I have a Twitter account and a YouTube account, both of which I will post notifications to 5 minutes before I go live, so if you would like to catch this stream or the game streams live, that is a good way to do so. And, you know, just to say again, the reason that I'm streaming, creating this mod, rather than just doing all of it off stream, is so that you as a mod user can have some input and ask questions about it, and, you know, I guess you can get a feel for it before it comes out, decide if it's the kind of thing you're interested in, and also help me make it, basically, you know. It's just plot points, it's just characters, whatever. I think that's all I wanted to say. So, thank you again for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day.